Let's start with a statement out of Hamas that seems to be just the newest at this point in time. What do we know? What did they say?
Well, first off, Hamas confirmed that about 50 hostages would be freed by them from the Gaza Strip. They also added a few details we haven't had yet from the Israeli side of this. They said that there will basically be a halt to all air traffic over northern and southern Gaza Strip. That is their effort to stop Israeli drones and planes from flying overhead to get intelligence on their movements. And we're still looking to confirm the information earlier that up to 150 Palestinian prisoners might be freed. It looks like, from what we know so far, that this deal would take effect within about 24 hours. So it's not taking effect immediately. We're still waiting for the Qatari government, who has been mediating these talks, to put out their statement, which we expect will have all of the information. What we're getting right now from each side is just kind of a partial list of things that they've agreed to. The Qatari statement, expected probably any moment or any hour now, would presumably have all of that information. What we do know is a 4-day pause that could be extended if additional hostages get freed from Gaza. I think about 10 a day. So you could be talking about several days, presumably up to a week of a pause in fighting. That would be the first pause since this conflict broke out October 7th, when Hamas sent its forces into Israel.
Yeah, it certainly is a breakthrough, as you say, Bill. And as we wait for more details from the Qatari government on how they brokered this deal, I'm just wondering, are we close to some sort of ceasefire? Can we even call it that at this point?
Well, I think from a humanitarian perspective, it's a major accomplishment. The agreement calls for hundreds of aid trucks to flow freely into Gaza to help with medical supplies, fuel, things like that. But in terms of whether the conflict itself is over, the Israeli government swatted that down rather quickly. They said that, from their point of view, this is not a ceasefire, it's a pause, that the war will continue, and that they will continue to go after Hamas's leadership for those October 7th attacks. So it doesn't sound like a permanent ceasefire, at least at this point, but it certainly gives negotiators time to continue talking and work out a different deal, perhaps a longer deal. And it also just allows a pause in the fighting to allow, much-needed aid to get into that territory.